Welcome to the Louisville Business Review, where we spotlight the best local businesses. Today we have with us a very special guest, William, who is the owner of Billy Goat's Hauling and Property Preservation. Welcome, folks. Today we have a very special guest with us. William is the proud owner and founder of a company called Billy Goat's Hauling and Property Preservation. Welcome, William.
How you doing? Thank you.
You're most welcome, William. Could you tell our readers and our viewers a little bit more about your business and how you got to where you are?
Well, right now we do junk removal and property preservation. I work with some national companies that that do maintenance for bank-owned homes that are in foreclosure, and we go in and remove junk, do lock changes, winterizations, yard work, tree work. It's like anything they need to get the property, a better value on it for when they go to sell it.
All right, that's great. And what geographic areas do you serve?
I try to go like a 60-mile radius in and outside Louisville.
Okay, great. And when did you start your business? What year?
Um, I started about 4 years ago.
All right, very cool. And would you tell us a little bit about how many locations do you have and how many employees at the moment?
Right now, it's just to have one location, and it's pretty much just myself.
All
I
right.
try to when I need it, I hire help when I can find it, and when I need it.
Okay. And do you own 100% of the business or do you have any partners?
No, I own 100%.
All right. And what made you start this business?
Well, I was really tired, tired of working for the other companies and working for somebody else, and getting a little older, and it's almost time to retire. I figure I need to do something.
Mhm. Very cool. And have you always been in this line of work or were you doing something different prior to this?
No, prior to this, I've had several jobs. Prior to this, I was working in a slaughterhouse.
All right.
Yeah.
And what has been the toughest thing you went through when you were starting out this business? What were your early days like?
Early days were really trying to figure out how much, how much I should do each job for. 'Cause like I said, when I do a lot of junk removal, so I had to figure out, the cost to dispose of it and to load it up and haul it off, and how much, was a fair price to charge, and also make a profit off of it.
Right. Makes sense. And if you had to start over from day one, what would you do differently?
Um, I think I would have bought a bigger trailer. I would have more patience. I would have bought the better equipment that I needed for my job equipment.
All right.
Because I bought a trailer, and I didn't wait because I was waiting on it and waiting on it. And the trailer that I ordered, it didn't have sides on it. I wanted sides that were bigger on it.
Hmm.
And they kept putting it off because it was, they said the people that they were getting it from, and they were running slow, but they said, oh, we'll have this one. So I got that one. Then I had to put wooden sides on it. It's working out fine, but I wish I would have just had more patience and waited.
All right. And what have been some of your biggest challenges along your business journey? What lessons did you learn from them?
Um, some of the biggest challenges right now is trying to find a way. to connect with clients and trying to get them in, because I've been using some other platforms, and some of them not working out so well. That's been a challenge, is really marketing and who to go with to spend my money with on in the marketing part, because it's a lot of things out there that just don't add up. They're not on the level.
Yeah, absolutely. And what is the number one way right now, William, that you're currently bringing in new customers?
Well, right now it's been through the national companies. It's kind of 50-50. It's through the national companies, and advertising locally. And I've gotten a few jobs for the little magnetic stickers that you stick on side of your vehicle and stuff like that. That works.
Yeah, absolutely. And what would you say in terms of like what sets you apart from your competition, other junk removal companies? What makes you different?
Well, I think mainly what makes me different is my customer service. I usually get a lot of good reviews, and I work with the people, and just try to give them a fair deal.
Absolutely. And how has the internet played a role in your business as more and more people, of course, are jumping online to seek out information about products and services?
It's it's starting to play a large role. Like I was saying earlier, it's kind of hard to find the right company to go with, because it seems like there's so many people that are these larger companies coming in, want to charge small businesses a ton of money, and you're not really making anything, and it
Yeah.
kind of feels like, well, I feel like I'm just working for y'all because I'm paying you so much and the return is not there. So that's been a struggle.
Yeah, that makes sense. And William, in terms of like looking at the vision for your business, right? If you could have it any way that you want, where do you see your business in 6 months to a year, maybe even 5 years into the future?
Well, I'm looking to expand and get more dumpsters. That's what I really want. I want to start getting into dumpster rental, because right now I'm loading the trailer myself. I had one trailer and I go and load it, and I was kind of wanting to look into other avenues of like that.
All right, great. So you're looking to expand. That's awesome. And if there was just one thing you'd like to accomplish in your business overall, that would have you saying emphatically, "Yes, I did it. I actually did it." What would be that one thing?
Uh, I think that one thing would be able to retire from it and still have it going and still have it working for me after I retire.
That's beautiful. And we took a look at your website, and some of the photos are really amazing about all the junk that you've been able to remove. Um, if someone's on the fence about hiring a junk removal company, and they're like, "Hey, maybe we'll just throw it out ourselves," what advice would you give them?
um, if they want to throw it, don't do it. No, that's just because I be that's a hard one, because it's expensive to dump. It's really expensive to dump. My advice would be get as much as you can and take it all at one time.
Hmm. And what would you say is your price range? What's the lowest amount that you've charged, and what's the highest amount you've charged?
Well, if we're talking about just for just junk removal,
Hmm.
I believe the lowest I've charged was like $60, and I've had jobs. I think my single most largest job at one time for junk removal was around like $3,000.
Wow. And the $3,000 job, what did that entail?
That was I had light. It was light demolition. Um, and the shed removal. They wanted the shed removed, and it was a few trees in that one. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
But
And
it's when I say that it's a lot of stuff because I had about probably about 3 loads.
I'm sure if they're paying you that kind of money, then it must have been a big job.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, your company's called Billy Goat's Hauling and Property Preservation. What was your inspiration of, behind calling it Billy Goats and having that as your logo?
Well, I'm a Capricorn. The sign, the sign is a goat for the Capricorn, and my nickname was BG, to short for Bill Glenn, and you got Billy Goat.
I love it. I love it. Makes sense now. William, thank you so much. Just for our audience, if you can mention the website address where they can find you.
It is www.billygoatshauling.com.
And that's Billy Goats with an S, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience before we wrap up?
I don't know. I guess just if you have something that you want to go for it, because I came a long way before I started this. I was homeless for like 5 years, and the only thing I say is just got something in your heart, keep trying for it.
That's beautiful, brother. So you were homeless for 5 years
Yeah,
before starting this business. That's amazing.
yeah, yeah,
Wow. What an inspiration.
yeah. That I mean that was tough. That was tough.
Well, I'll tell you
And
what, we'd love to interview you again in the near future and see how your business grows, because I feel like you're going to start getting a lot of clients and customers. And hopefully, you're gonna realize that dream of yours. And we'd love to have you on the show again and see how you've grown.
all right, thank you.
All right,
I
brother.
like that.
Thank you for being on our show. Thank you for making time.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Are you struggling to figure out the best ways to promote your business? Forget about the failed attempts and get your business featured at Louisville Business Review to experience the real-time conversion and aspire to new heights of success with greater exposure and ROI. Visit www.louisvillebusinessreview.com to get featured now.